Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Music is Life live web series brought to you by Unfiltered Foolishness Podcast. I'm your host, D. And tonight I got the homie Metro Slim in the building.
Yo.
And we'll start out with 1992. So I'll give a couple fun facts for 1992. As you can hear, our background music for the evening is Crisscross Jump, which was a major hit in that year. But let's roll. Bill Clinton was elected the 42nd president of the United States that year. The Washington Redskins won the Super Bowl, which is now called the Washington Football Team, and that was the last time that they appeared in the Super Bowl. The LA riots happened, as well as Hurricane Andrew. The Olympics were held in Barcelona, and the original Dream Team, won the gold medals in high fashion. Gas prices averaged $1.13. The war in Bosnia was started, and the very first smartphone, which was called the IBM Simon, was introduced, and the very first text that was sent on December 3rd, and it read, "Merry Christmas." And those are your fun facts for 1992.
Yes, okay.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. What's going on with you,
Yes,
brother?
indeed. I done got my life together. I ain't doing nothing but weed now. What album that was on? Big Thomas?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing, man. Cooling.
That's
Can't complain.
okay.
Went to the football game today, little man. That was a disaster.
Yeah. I saw you posted that. Woo.
That was a disaster, man. That was me sitting there watching that. I was like, Jesus, that offensive line. It was everything for real, but man, that offensive line.
What? How did he do?
I mean, he had one catch on the sideline for about 15, 20 yards, somewhere like that. Next play, he got a tackle. He got up, he started patting his knee and came out. So that was the end of him for the first half. And the second half, he came back in pretty much light because I think they knew something was up with his knee. They were trying to say a cramp, but I was like, I don't know about no cramp because it's the same knee he been having issues with. And before he got X-ray on, they were saying it was nothing, just what they say, tendonitis or some shit like that. But I don't know. I'm telling his mom, I'm like, I don't know. We might need to get him back up in there, get that knee looked at.
Yeah, see, man, it's gonna cost, but I'm say do MRI on and make sure ain't no real damage to it.
Something. But he said he good now. After the game, he was like, "No, I'm good now." But
just put some ice on it, some heat treatment on it.
Yeah, 46-0. It was a disaster.
Yeah, I've been hurt too. 46-0.
It was a disaster.
I done had one of them games. I never lost 46-0 in my life, but I think I blown out before. Plenty of times in high school.
But let's get going with it.
Yeah.
See what we.
All right. So I said, Music is Life, 1992, man. We start with R&B. I mean, with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So, looking at it, what did you think about what's going on at the time, or what you saw as far as albums in 1992?
I mean, it was it won't. I mean, it was. I would say like more so some real sneaky good albums that people probably would have bypassed. Of course, with the Chronic coming, I'm sure that was like the biggest on everybody's radar at the time. But it was some sleepers. It won't really a huge. I mean, I think Criss Cross, people was looking for that debut because it was different.
Okay.
Closed backwards, shit like that. So I think people was looking forward to that one. But overall, man, I mean, it was decent. I don't think it probably would have turned heads for most people, but it was decent.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, it was real. except some sneakers and that, but hip hop didn't really pick up to around 95 like that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was still early when R&B was dominating everything. So we can go like this. I go ahead. I go first. So for my 5, I started out with number 1 was Dr. Dre the Chronic, right?
Yeah.
And the songs I liked the most on there was Let Me Ride and Bitches Ain't Shit. 2 was UGK Too Hard to Swallow. The songs on there for me was Tell Me Something Good and Pocket Full of Stones. You know, I had to stay with the state.
Yeah.
My homeboy. 3, Airbnb and Rakim, Don't Sweat the Technique.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and the song that I liked the most off there was the Know the Ledge, which was big and heavy off the Juice soundtrack. 4 was DJ Quick, Way Too Funky. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was still real heavy on my West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And my songs was Quick's Groove 2 and Just Like Compton. My last one was Ice Cube Predator.
Yeah.
The song was Today Was a Good Day. I was looking at others. I wanted to pull that one off, but I wasn't on the road with that one. And my honorable mention was Chris Cross. What 5 you come up with?
But I got the Chronic, of course.
Nah.
And I like the whole joint. I wasn't even finna pick. I like the whole album, top to bottom. I got Redman, What the album. And my joints on that was A Time for Some Action and Tonight's the Night. I got UGK, Too Hard to Swallow, Pocket Full of Stones, and Use Me Up was my joints on that.
Hey, Use Me Up. Pimp one being a pimp then.
Yeah. I got Ice Cube, The Predator. Today Was a Good Day. Gangsta Fairy Tale 2. And we had to tear this motherfucker up. I got 3 off of that one. And then the 5th one, I had to go Chris Cross after thinking. And then that meant I had to move Dawes Effects to honorable mention.
Okay.
Because although Dawes Effects had my favorite joint on there, they want effects. That was my favorite joint on there. And Lucy's. I had to think about it. Like Chris Cross, Dawes Effects. Like I said, people was heavy. I think it was something different that they were waiting on. And it actually was a decent album.
Right.
It was different, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go Chris Cross. I had to move Dawes Effects out to the honorable mention.
Okay.
Fushnikins, honorable mention.
Cool.
So, yeah. I went like that with it.
Yeah, Brandon didn't submit his 5 for rap. But Valencia, she sent me her 5 on hip hop. And she with Eric B. and Rakim.
Mm-hmm.
Yo-Yo, Redman, Ice Cube, and Dr. Dre. That was her 5.
Yo-Yo did drop, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sure enough did. I don't really remember her album like that. I remember a couple of the joints, but I never went back to the other, went to it like that. But only song I really remember is You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo. That was the only song I remember.
Yeah. You can't play with my yo-yo. Don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out.
I think that was what Q first time trying to put another artist on.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had the Lynch Mob, but for a solo album, solo artist, that was the first one. Okay, so let's go to slide the R&B real quick.
It was a few other ones too. I think Heavy D and the Boys, Willie D.
I'm always a Heavy D guy. I like Heavy D.
Yeah, there was a few other ones. Sir Mix-a-Lot, I think. House of Pain. I mean, it was like I said, it was Chubb Rock. So it was some joints. You know what I'm saying? It was some albums that year. A lot of them were sleepers. You know what I'm saying? They weren't as big as other years, but it was actually some decent joints.
That's cool. That's
Oh,
cool.
Grand Pooba too.
Oh my
Common.
God. You said
Okay.
Common? Yeah. That was your first album, right? The Can I Borrow a Dollar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Arrested Development.
Yeah, I think that's the original my sleep. I mean, not sleeping, but my honorable mention. Like,
And
you know, I had to move
EPMD.
Chris Cross.
Yeah, EPMD too. Business Never Personal.
Mm-hmm.
So it was some decent joints. It was some slept on joints that dropped. Wasn't a bad year.
Yeah, that was real hip hop. Early hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, like I say, we can move to R&B. You can start with your R&B, brother. See what you come up with.
So for my R&B, I got Mary J. What's the 411?
Mm-hmm.
Real Love, Sweet Thing, You Remind Me. Just to name a few. I got TLC on the TLC tip. Baby, Baby, Baby. Ain't Too Proud to Beg. I got the boy Bobby Brizzle, Bobby Brown. Something in Common, Humping Around. Where I changed and added, I took In Vogue off. And I went with Silk.
Okay.
I went with Silk. Silk, Lose Control, Freak Me. And then for the fifth, and like I said, it ain't really no order, because SWV would have been high, but my last one was SWV. It's About Time with Wheat. And I'm So Into You right here. And then the honorable mention went to In Vogue.
Okay. Not bad. So I got Valencia's. Summer Brandon's, he only get 4 and I got 4 for Demetria. Yeah, so I'm gonna say theirs before I say mine. So Valencia went Mary J, SWV, In Vogue, TLC, R. Kelly. Brandon only had 4 with Mary J, TLC, Sade, and In Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
And Demetria had In Vogue, TLC, SWV, and Mary J.
Yeah.
So my 5 started out Mary J was the 411 at number 1, right?
Yep.
Her debut album, Real Big. My joints thought that was Love No Limit and Reminisce. Coming in at 2 was TLC. Ooh, on the TLC tip. And my joint off that was Baby, Baby, Baby. SWV was number 3 with It's About Time. I think that pretty much everybody had that album on their list. That was a really big album for them. I want to say it was their first album, right? They first or they second.
What?
That SWV, It's About Time. Might have been their first album.
I think that was. I don't want to get it wrong. It was their first. No, yeah, right here. I mean, It's About Time, first album.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, their first album, too.
Well, no. Take that back. Oh, yeah, because right here was the single.
Yes.
So, yeah, It's About Time was their first album.
Right. So, it was a lot of first-time debut albums that year. So, you had Mary J with a debut album that I went with, TLC debut album, and SWV debut album.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up having 7 singles off that album. But my joint off that one was the Right Here Human Nature remix. Because, that's my they used a sample to my Mike Jackson favorite song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Human Nature, that's my Mike favorite song. All right. Coming in at 4 was R. Kelly and Public Announcement, Born into the 90s. My joints off there was Slow Dance and Honey Love. And coming in at 5 was Shy, If I Ever Fall in Love, which was a sleeper album. But my joints off there was Sexual and Baby I'm Yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honorable mention was Sade, The Love Deluxe, Slept On album. So, and that's where we had it for 1992.
92. The hit R&B song in 92. Boyz II Men's End of the Road and Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. Both spent 4 weeks at number one during 1992. The most by any song during the calendar year. But Whitney Houston's single would extend this run by a further 7 weeks the following year, making it the longest running number one since Billboard. Okay. So Boyz II Men, though, although we got those Boyz II Men, and Whitney still held it down with their singles that year.
But that's because they came out the year before, though.
Yeah, they came the year before.
Yep.
So I'm just saying that's good though. They're still with those singles.
Yeah. I mean, but we noticed that a lot when you see when it's on the albums or singles be that big, they normally, especially if they come out for the mid end of the year, they run over to the next year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Well, we ain't gonna stretch 1992 out too long because everybody that's supposed to join with us didn't make it on. They just sent us on their list. So we'll make 92 quick and say that's Music is Life for 1992. And we'll catch y'all for 1993. And we'll let Crisscross take us back out for a little bit.
Jump, 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 jump.